This is, as the title suggests, it's not really a review per se, as much as it is a bit of a rant. I have no problems with this movie, but, well, except for about three, I think, and they are extremely minor. But first, the praise. It is fantastically beautiful. It really sucked me into the movie. It really drew. It knew where its heart was. That the people, while they don't need Batman, they certainly can't live without him. Because seriously, Batman was the one who removed the fucking bomb, but but the people started a coup already. Well, kind of a coup after a coup, really, because this isn't much of a spoiler, though. The bad guys take over the city from the government, and it's pretty much standard shit for the Dark Knight movies, really. Except this one is more. This one, the bad guys do a real thorough job. They actually put themselves in positions of power. Plus, the it's it's so good that it would I would call it the best movie I've seen that has come out in my lifetime. It's so awesome, in fact, that in one situation, the movie came alive and started killing some people in the theater. That happened over in Aurora, Colorado, and it was a mess, tragedy, but hey, the movie was so fucking awesome. Anyway, dark joke aside, here is the criticism. When Batman is talking with people who would already know his identity, he still uses the Batman voice, even though like I said, they already know who he is. They know the man behind the mask, and quite a few people end up knowing just who the Batman is in this movie. And I'm kind of concerned because no one even tries to bring this up. Do they know that? Do they have a? Does they know something we don't? Like the suits acts as some sort of constriction on his neck, and he's really gasping for air every time he talks, or something. Is that why he got such a thorough beating from Bane? Yeah, it's not. It is kind of a spoiler that he does get the shit beat out of him by Bane. Both times, in fact. And it's. What was the other problem I had? Huh. Oh, yeah. The reveal of. The big twist. I'm trying my best not to spoil it because it is one of my favorite parts of this movie. The twist is too obvious in the scene that it happens. Right? Like like about a minute before the twist is revealed in the movie, you can already start figuring it out. Because a character disappears from the frame and from the scene entirely when that character was supposed to be in the same room. And was that other one? It's really hard for me to complain about this movie, but I feel like I have to because, well, it's just every movie has problems. Even Citizen Kane has problems, but Citizen Kane movies like Citizen Kane have so few problems that they're difficult to find, and like, and this movie is just about as good as Citizen Kane as you're gonna get in this time period of crappy, shitty movies. This is really far above the norm for this time period in cinema. And anyway, oh wait, is that it? No. Trying to remember my third problem with this movie. I've mostly forgotten because it's been about a day or so. I've had a lot of shit to do recently, and it's just not that. It was just very distracting to me. I have a lot on my plate because I put a lot on my plate, and I'm happy doing it. But I kind of want to. I kind of started this YouTube business to make money and spout out the views of mine that were a bit too radical for my peers. I really do admire. Back to the movie. I really do admire Bane's dedication to the truth in a way. Although, oh yeah, now I remember. Bane does reveal the truth about Batman. He's the one who ends up doing it. And the way he took over the city, it basically kind of them painted them as terrorists, and well, what the hell, they are terrorists. But seriously, this movie paints freedom fighters, meaning people who don't like the way their government is running running their fellow citizens. It really paints this type of person as just a really horrible human being, like someone who really deserves to be locked up in jail or even killed. And that's not really true because everyone in this country deserves a say in how their government runs them. I know that's not really how the government operates, but well, because not a lot of people. The only way we can, one of the real ways we can affect policy is by petitioning, and even that doesn't work very often. One, because we don't often get a lot of signatures on the petitions, and two, a petition does not automatically turn into a law. It still has to go through the legislative process. And I've got the feeling like these lawmakers are just busy with their own lives and their own jobs, and it's like one of your underlings telling you how to do your job. They get a they get a petition with full of signatures on their desk, and they're like, "What the hell? What's this?" And the delivery person says it's a petition. You're supposed to respond to it. You're supposed to make it a law. People want this. And the lawmaker's like, no, well, wait. We can put this in the pile of, on the waiting list of bills that have been waiting for decades. Let's just put it right underneath that sanitation bill, shall we? And it's probably like that. I get the feeling like it's like that because petitions don't really change much, nor do our protests. When you think about it, whenever we protest, we're not really changing things. Sure, we're getting our asses kicked by the police, but when was the last time that a protest had effectively changed public policy? That's right, back in the 50s with the civil rights movement and all that shit. But that was because there was already a social attitude among the majority that while it was still popular to be racist, everyone was kind of doubting their racism. And the civil rights movement really gave everyone a reason to publicly doubt that racism. And I look like I have no idea where I'm coming from because I am a very young 90s born white male, but seriously, I looked into this shit. And before this video has too many topics, I'm going to stop here. So, see ya next time.